Suge went on his podcast and made some allegations against Dre, claiming that he slept with Puffy, David Rifkin Jr., David Geffen, and then his assistant Bruce. I wanted to get your thoughts on that, but also in that same segment, he actually showed footage of Mob James speaking on Dre, which I was surprised to see James, that they elected to use a clip of him. So I wanted to get your thoughts on the allegations about him, being with those guys, and then, the editors or whoever using a clip of James in the podcast.
Well, that's just because the editors don't know the relationship. They just saw probably the voice or what he was saying and put it in there. They also used on a previous few seconds or minutes before in that same episode footage of me about the restraining order. But so that's just the editors. They know Suge can't see this stuff, and I don't think they realize what they be doing. So, hey, shout out. But I'm going to have you show some footage of something I said about a month ago. Play this, John.
I saw one time I went to a party with Dre. We all left, though. One time I went to a party with Dre, somebody who invited him, and it was some white dude, and it was somebody who had a lot of money. And we went to this party, and we went into the backyard. We went in through the back. He called himself bringing us in through the back. Mm-hmm. And as soon as we walked in, it was just kind of like a lot of naked women, but naked dudes too. Mm. Mm.
Eyes wide shut type of stuff.
Like, for me to say this is, I don't mean it to be racist, but if you're white enough, it's like, what the hell?
Well, David Ruffin is a big writer for the Motown back in the days. But you mean David Ruffin Jr., which is the one doing the interview that was around Death Row. Well, David Ruffin Jr., according to Michelet, he was always rumored to be Dr. Dre's, the guy that I would say we think of Eddie Murphy and Johnny Gill. The guy that always lived in the back house or lived in the house with you as an adult and grown man. Well, that's what he was before Bruce. Y'all know Bruce is. That's who David Ruffin Jr. was to Dr. Dre. Now, he was there at the beginning. He was there way before I was around. And I contribute to some songs and stuff like that because his dad was a big time songwriter. And so that's what David Ruffin Jr. was, also a songwriter, for Death Row at the beginning. So all I can say about David Ruffin Jr., all I know about David Ruffin Jr. is that he was always rumored to be Dr. Dre, a lover or somebody that was cool with Dre in that capacity. The stories that he tell about going to a party and seeing guys naked and all of that stuff, well, hey, who goes to those type of parties and stay there, right? As soon as you see one person or one male walking around naked, don't you be out of there? Did he say he left? Did he say he left the party? Him and Dre? You only get invited to those type of parties if you suspect it to be in that way. All right. I be telling y'all shit, but you remember I'm just a janitor. I security while y'all listen to them. Didn't I tell y'all this a month and a half ago? The first part of June, now she elected to speak on it about David Ruffin Jr. The party they were at were Geffen's. The rich white guy who party they was that was his party. And I told y'all then what Suge just said now, that's the only rumors I ever heard about David Ruffin Jr. He was Dre's alleged boy toy from Michelet. You can't trust what a female say. They get scorned very easily. You remember our dicks are the smallest things in the world, and we are gay, and we can't fuck, and all of that when they mad at us, right? So that's how I always took it. But Miss Chalet, in fairness to Suge, has always put in his head that Dre is gay. Dre always got a man living with him. David Ruffin Jr. lived in his back house, i.e. by his own admissions in those videos, and even our boy Bruce. Y'all, any of y'all know anything about Dre, y'all done heard of Bruce. So, and there's some stuff in Bruce's book. If Bruce did a book, I didn't even realize it, and he talked about some of the stuff that was going on. My point to all of that is, I can't hate on Suge too much on that particular episode because those allegations has been made. The Diddy thing, y'all know, Dre and Diddy ain't fucking. That's his way because Diddy is now having some type of relationship with Jimmy Iovine and the Beats and all of that, where Suge is just your casualty of war when Suge is the great. He's great. Your enemy, friend of your enemy is my enemy, or however that go. Your enemy is my enemy, or your friend is my enemy. I forget how the shit go. Y'all know I'll fuck up some shit. But he practicing that with them, and that's why Puffy catching that stray. I don't believe in Puffy. I believe Puffy's y'all know that, or homosexual. Or bisexual, but I don't believe in bisexuals. If you take a dick in your ass, then you're gay. You're homosexual. So I believe that about Puffy. But I don't believe Dre and them was that way. Only evidence that I have about Dre is what Michelet has said. Other than that, nothing. As I always told y'all, every time I seen Dre, he always had a fine red bone in his possession. But we also know that's how guys, pretend in public. Who knows what people do in the privacy of their own if you're not a fly on the wall or in there. So that would be my take. That would be chalk it up to this attacking people that's in relationships and making money and doing business together would be my take. But hey, I don't know about Dre, other than what I told you I heard, but I do believe he's right on about Puffy or Diddy or Brother Love or whatever name he's going by these days. M8.